Hello YouTube, welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about my latest obsession, the brand Sacai. I also have another Sacai video already in the pipeline, so if you want to stick around for that, be sure to hit that subscribe button. But today we will mainly be talking about sneakers, to be more precise, the Nike Sacai Blazers and the Nike Sacai Clot LD waffles. So to be honest, I never really looked into Sacai before the Acronym collab was announced. I only had seen the waffles and the vapor waffles, both shoes I never really liked because, well, I just didn't really like the way they looked, just as I did not appreciate the occult wall Vamiros because of the bulky heel. But let's talk a little bit about Sacai the brand first. Super hot right now. Japanese designer Chitose Abe started her brand in 1999 and has been collaborating all over the place, from Nike to the North Face, from Dior to Jean Paul Gaultier. Everyone seems to want to have a piece of Chitose's cut and paste aesthetic, where she combines different styles and fabrics in an almost Frankenstein-like way, but somehow creating something amazing instead of something monstrous. So let's look at the Blazers first. A very classic Nike shoe, their very first basketball shoe and even third shoe ever produced, that came out in 1973, made famous by basketball legend George Iceman Gervin. I actually got two colorways. I got the medium gray classic green colorway that was released in June of this year. I'll be honest with you, I was very much inspired to get these because of the Acronym product pictures. I just really like the color and the way it looks on black. And it's a color that I don't have any other shoes in a color like this, because most of my shoes are black or white or some kind of gray or olive color. So it's a very nice addition to my collection. This release was not very popular, so I could get them for retail in dead stock condition on Vinted. I also got the English tan version, which is this one, which I actually didn't really like at first because of the laces they initially came with. They also had tan laces, but when I read that they also came with white laces, I thought, oh, well, that's actually the thing that I don't like about the shoes, so I got them anyway and replaced the laces. These are, by the way, not the laces the white laces comes with. It comes with white, like round, thinner laces, which I tried first, but then it changed the look so much that I didn't really like that, so I got other white laces to combine with the red ones, because I do really like the double lacing look. Kind of brings me back to the 80s, to the LA Gear shoes. I don't know if anyone watching this channel is old enough to remember those. So the changing of the laces really has changed the look of the shoe a lot, in my opinion, and I really like it now. And it also kind of has a Mars Yard vibe now, which I really like, because I'm never going to get Mars Yards. So yeah, that's a really cool look, in my opinion. Also a color that is very different from the rest of my shoes. These are the first red shoes I have, actually. So they are basically the same model Blazer Low, cut off raw at the tongue and the ankle, double everything, as you are used to if you've seen Sacai sneakers before. But if you look a little bit closer, you can see that actually the mold is a little bit different. I feel that the mold of the rubber on the green one is just a little bit thicker in some places. I tried to make some detailed shots of this, but I felt like it was not very well translated to video, even though, like, if you in real life look at them, it's very obvious. They are both made in different countries according to the tongues. These are made in Vietnam and these are made in China, so that could be the reason that the molds are slightly different. On the inside they feel the same though, the fit is the same, true to size, I would say. The level of comfort is decent, but other than the updated outside, I would say that the core of the shoe is still the very classic Blazer from the 70s, so there's not really any innovation as it comes to the comfort of a sports shoe. They walk only slightly more comfortable than, for instance, Vans or Chuck Taylors. The outsole is very thin, so you really feel the floor. There's not really a lot of shock protection, so I would not recommend walking long distances in these shoes or doing any sports whatsoever, unless it's skateboarding, because I do think these would actually be quite nice to skate in, because when skateboarding you actually do want to have the very thin sole because of the board feel. But they look very cool and they are comfortable enough for everyday wear, so I do think I will be wearing these quite a bit in the upcoming period until the rain really comes down, because I don't think they will be very water resistant. The construction of the tongue is just like the inside is completely open, it will just like rain into it. These are definitely not made for weather resistance. A nice thing is that the rubber part comes up very high. I think that is an aesthetic choice, but practically it gives the shoe a lot of abrasion resistance on the front, the toe area and the back. Also, this is something that is really convenient if you were to be skating in these, because especially this part is quite thick and protected, and if you skate, you know this is the part of the shoe that will go first from ollying. So yeah, I actually think these are really nice skate shoes. I actually had the tan ones for a while already and got the green ones in like last week. Both were not very well received, so if you like them like me, you can still get them for retail or even less on almost every resale platform. So then the LD waffles. As I said before, I really didn't like the waffles at first. I think I had kind of a hard time accepting the very classic look with kind of the more modern elements like the doubling. A similar dislike I had for the undercover daybreaks at first, which are of course based on the same shoe, the Nike Tailwind from 1978, because they had the same waffle sole that wraps around the toe and the angular heel. But they grew on me, just as these did, and I can really appreciate them now. So yeah, I changed my mind. I don't think there's any shame or even a heartache in that. Some people find changing your mind a form of insincerity, but I actually think that adaptability is a trait. Everything in the world changes constantly: science, people, ethics, the climate. So yeah, I personally think that if you are incapable of change, that you are stuck in time, like a time prisoner. Wow, I got really deep there. So sneakers. I love these now, and this Clot triple three-way collab colorway the most, because I do really think this is the sickest colorway yet. It's a color combination that I would never have thought of myself. It's quite extreme, but somehow it totally works in my opinion. It looks really great with olive and REF type colors, the way it was also styled in the lookbook and promotion pictures. Clot, by the way, is a streetwear brand from Hong Kong. I do not know much about them, but I know that this colorway was actually already used on a previous pair, or two previous pairs actually, of Air Max 1s called the Kiss of Death, which I actually also really like, but should not get them. These are just really beautiful. Seriously, instantly one of my favorite sneakers I ever got. Definitely going to wear them a lot. Strangely enough, I don't think they are that hard to style, even though it's such an extreme colorway. They really look nice in a lot of fits. Noticeable characteristics are the semi see-through upper, which I think is quite thin and looks very breathable, but it's probably not very water resistant either. You can't really see it in daylight, but the maroon swoosh is actually reflective, so that's kind of cool. The fabrics and the construction are very high quality, I have to say. It really looks very premium. I spoke to Brandon of the Annex about these, and he told me that the quality of these was much higher than the fragments actually, because he got both, even though the fragments are much more popular because, well, fragment is super hot right now. One little thing I did notice though is that some of the stitching of the tongue was loose, and that one of the tongues, the raw edges were not cut a bit sloppy, but those are not really big issues. I think the overall quality of these is really high. These are also being slept on though, because you can find these for similar decent resale prices as the Blazers, even though these were slightly more expensive in retail than the Blazers. But these are also a very much more comfortable shoe. So even though these are also, and the Undercover Daybreak 2, based on a very classic Nike shoe, these definitely have been updated to more modern standards of comfort in sneaker wear. The double foam midsole is super soft, and the way the shoe wraps around your foot is also very comfortable. Fits true to size, I would say, and yeah, these really walk like clouds. I love these, really love these. All right, so as for the question if these are overhyped or overrated, I actually kind of want to start a discussion about that, because I see a lot of comments in Discords and on Reddit of people using these terms, saying these are overhyped, this is overrated. What does that even mean? You know, what does that, or what does it even matter? If you like something, you like it. It doesn't really matter what other people think of it, and I mean, just go and get it. If the prices are super high, that means that a lot of people want them and are prepared to pay a lot of money for them, which means that they are rated high. Who are you then to decide that that is overrated? I mean, I've even seen people comment on these Clots that they are overrated, but they resell for around retail, so they are literally not overrated. They are rated the same as they were sold for retail. So let me know what you think about this way of talking on social media, because I see this so often, and then I feel the urge to start the discussion, but I don't really want to be the guy who starts a discussion in a comment section of someone else. So, well, this is kind of like my comment section, so I would like to start the discussion here. So let me know. I'm really eager to hear your opinions about this. But that kind of concludes the sneakers. So then I also copped quite a few pieces of the Nike Sacai clothing collab from last year. Really nice stuff that has also very much been slept on. So you should really check that out too. Don't forget to subscribe. But I have also copped some Acronym again. I got the P38 GT, the very first actual waterproof pants by Acronym that almost no one bought. So if you want to see how that works, check that out soon. And the LA6B DS that I have been hunting for quite a while. Also kind of a meme piece because, well, Harrelson is always wearing it, and so it can also be considered part of the Acronym uniform. I didn't really name it in that series because I had not expected that it would be re-released, and I just didn't think I would get it. So, but I did. So I can definitely tell you some more about that in another video. So all of that and more, same channel, stay tuned, and have a nice day.